Hi, my name is Ben and I started this YouTube channel to help the UK e-commerce community, so I feel like it's very lacking in comparison to the e-com community in the States. When I have time, I'm going to create an e-commerce related video that is UK specific. If this type of content is of any value to you, then feel free to subscribe to my channel. This is the second video I've made and it is an interview with the creator of Dropship Formula, Simon Vernon. Dropship Formula is a new course for dropshipping high price products from UK suppliers. A few weeks ago, I attended a meetup for the UK Dropshipping and Ecom Facebook group. It was quite a drive from my home in Kent up to Birmingham, and because I missed the turn-off, I was running quite late. I booked a boardroom for the interview, which we were slowly running out of time for, and because of this rush setup of the room, I stupidly forgot to set the autofocus properly, and so the focus goes quite mental at times, so sorry about that. If the focus is too annoying for you, I've released a podcast version of the interview, which is linked below. Cheers. Okay, first question.
Yes.
So, how did you first find out about dropshipping?
Wow, that is a good question, Ben, because that takes me back. I could give you a long story, I could give you a short story.
Go for medium.
Go for medium, okay. I worked in the corporate world back in, I started back in 2003, 2004, and I got disillusioned with working for the corporate man, working for the man. Yeah, I worked for a large corporate company, Dell, and literally I was a number. And I decided to leave that job and explore the world, and I went traveling. And I liked it so much, I wanted to stay out there and explore the world, but I wanted to make money, right? Because I was spending all my savings, money was going down in the bank, and it was either, right, okay, you have to return, get a job, or find another way to make money. So medium story is I set up kind of a web agency where I signed up with Freelancer, Odesk, or is it Upwork now? I forget which one it is nowadays. And I used to get work on these platforms and then outsource it to other freelancers and making money by managing projects, which led me to realize that I'd created my old job. Because in the corporate world I did project management, implementing systems, putting systems in place. So I thought, well, this is not right for me. There must be a better way, a more passive way to make money online. And I started to search, and I thought, well, I don't want inventory, I don't want to have staff, because that's what I had staff, people working for me. I want something that allows me to be able to walk away and take a holiday, and I found dropshipping. That's how I first came across it, the business model of dropshipping, right? Not because that's all it is. It's a fulfillment model, right? Dropshipping, in its purest form. You get a customer, you sell that customer a product, and you ask your supplier to deliver that product, and you never touch it. I thought that's perfect for me. That's what I want. I don't want anything where I have to handle stock. I don't want staff. I want to be able to manage this in a different time zone. So I learned about the model, started researching, and I came across a course in America called Dropship Lifestyle. Right, quite a big course, successful course, and through that course I started on my path to learning dropshipping, as to what it's become today. Is that medium?
Yeah.
Good.
So, how many stores did you have before you found the store that gave you success?
How many failures did I have?
Yeah.
A lifetime full. Store-wise, dropshipping-wise, 2 failures before I found some success, right? I've been speaking about this today in the meetup. Craig was talking to me about it, right? The first failure that I had, I put it down more to inexperience. My inexperience, my naivety. I didn't really know how to talk to suppliers, right? Get a good price, get good deals on stuff, find out what was new. I was nervous, not something that was new to me. It wasn't a field that I was used to. I was used to being sat behind a screen, techie world, managing techies, but not dealing with suppliers and that kind of stuff. So the first couple I failed because of those things, because I was learning. It was my test environment, let's say, my betas.
Yeah.
I had to go through these failures to actually get somewhere. So two failures that I think if I went back now, especially to the first one, I think I could probably make that a better success than I ever made it the first time, because of the hindsight, because of the lessons I learned, because of the experience that I have now that I didn't have then. Yeah.
If there was one thing in particular, what would it be that you would change?
My attitude to failure.
Yeah. I thought you would say that.
My attitude to failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was something that I'd not really experienced all that much. Okay, I've had failures. We all make mistakes in life, right? We all do things wrong. But in a business aspect, you're always cushioned by it. You're always in a safe place if you mess up in a workplace, because you always have someone above you. Unless you're at the top of the chain, right? Someone else is going to have to take the flak.
Yeah.
Okay, you say, I messed up, right? Okay, let's sort it out by doing this, this, and this. But when you're by yourself and you mess up, it seems, or it felt, 10 times worse. It's like, oh man, I really messed up. What am I doing? I don't even want to tell my friends and my family that I've messed this up, because they're gonna think, well, why are you working on the internet? Why are you trying to do this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So back then, failure was more difficult to take personally. I took it personal, right? Whereas I shouldn't. I don't now. I take failure now as a learning a step, because you have to go through those failures before you get any traction.
I'm at that point where I've had those failures, and your motivation goes like that, and it's tiring, just going through it, and then you sort of question yourself. You're like, should I be doing this? Should I get a normal job? And I'm slowly getting to that point where it's just like, just keep your head down, just carry on going. Surely something's going to happen.
The universe works in a very funny way, I find. Once you decide on something that you want to do, and you want to be, that's your goal, right? The universe, let's call it, whatever you believe in, will put something in your way and say, are you sure? Take every roadblock, take every problem, take every challenge as the world or God or whatever you believe in saying, you sure you want to do that? I'm going to stop you, right? And a lot of people will just think, oh no, okay, I'll turn back. But the trick or the secret is to go navigate those roadblocks. Stop. Look at why you're getting stuck. Look at why you feel like you can't do this. Is it a lack of ability, a lack of experience, a lack of skills? And address that. And once you address that, what's missing, you can get past that stumbling block. And then if it happens again, you're more well-armed on it.
Yeah, I totally agree. That seems to be lacking in the forums. You see lots of dropshipping forums, and then they get to that first roadblock, and instead of trying to get around the roadblock, they just say, oh, dropshipping's saturated, which doesn't even make any sense. Yeah. And they say that it just can't be done. Can't be done in the UK. We hear that one a lot, don't we? And
it's not just dropshipping, it's life in general, isn't it? Not just the dropshipping that you have to think about these issues, Just had this conversation with Craig again. If you think about anything that you might want to learn or try, let's say you want to go fishing. You don't just put the fishing line out, don't catch anything, think, okay, I'll go home now, I can't do this. No, right? You try again. You try different techniques or different equipment or different baits or whatever until you get a bite, until you get a catch, until you get a fish. Great, then what? Right? And it's the same sort of thing. You just don't, you won't think David Beckham's going to get a football, start kicking it around and, oh, I've missed, or I've messed up, I best give up now and go home. No. If you ever read anything about David Beckham, you'll see that he was the one there after hours, practicing free kicks, practicing curling the ball, practicing with his left foot. And it's the same in business and the business model that we're in, dropshipping. It's the same. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it until you get good at it. Start of everything, you're going to suck. You're going to be not that great at it.
So you had a successful store. You were doing quite well. Yeah. And then you decided to start teaching and create a course. What made you want to go over to teaching and leave the store?
More of a natural progression, Ben. For me, personally. Dropshipping has such a low barrier to entry. when I say that is it doesn't take a great deal of money, equity, right? You don't have to hold stock, right? You're not buying an inventory and you're not keeping a load of the stock. You're not renting a shop. There's no electricity and gas. So it's got a low barrier to entry. A lot of people can enter into it, and it's becoming very popular with the likes of Shopify. So for me, personally, dropshipping was always a kind of a stepping stone to something else, something bigger, that had a bigger and more difficult entry point.
Right.
And this goes back to when my personal past, hopefully that doesn't interfere too much with the mic. Back in 1999-2000, I had a job teaching, not in school, not in mainstream education, but private. So I worked for a private IT company in my hometown, and I was teaching basic computers, Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, that kind of stuff, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that came naturally to me, and it was something that I really enjoyed at the time. I mean, not working for another company doing it, but the actual process of me taking in information that's complex, that's difficult, processing it, putting it down in a more palatable way, and presenting that to other people, I thought was great. I thought this is not difficult for me. I can do this really well. So after getting involved in dropshipping, having some success, having further success, and getting to a point where, right, okay, what do I want to do next? I thought, let's get back into teaching. Because I did coaching as well, so this is something I've missed out. On my journey through dropshipping, I actually was a coach for Dropship Lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So I coached a lot of members, I taught a lot of members.
Coached me a few times.
Coached you a few times and others. But the process of coaching is not the best way to learn. This is what I learned when I was an IT teacher back in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
We had people come in once a week for half an hour or an hour. And same with yourself, half an hour coaching. It's not enough to learn something that's complex, half an hour here, right? And these people were coming every week. So they come for half an hour or an hour, and then they wouldn't come again till the next week. And it was like, they'd spend the first quarter of that next week trying to remember what they did the previous week.
Mm-hmm.
And the same happened with the coaching. I had these people coming from the UK, I was trying to help them, but it was so difficult in such a short space of time. So after I figured things out, after I found out that yes, this can be done in the UK, okay, it can't be done the same way as these American courses are teaching, right? Maybe I'll go back to what I was doing before. Another story is, when I was, I can't remember what age I was, probably 27, no, maybe I was in my early 30s. A friend of the family interviewed me for their dissertation, and they were doing about career progression, and in that interview, it always strikes me as that I said in that interview, it just came out, that I loved teaching, I loved the pedology, the whole art of taking information in and passing it on, and in the future I want to get back to it. That was something that I said, and that was my 100% authentic self saying that.
Right.
So that's always been there since way back,
Yeah.
right? 19 years ago or thereabouts. I've always wanted to get back to that original thing that I did. So for me, it's like I said at the start, it's a natural progression for me to get into something that I am passionate about. Yeah. And be able to take in a complex subject like dropshipping and traffic and stuff, reframe that, put that into a constructive and more palatable way, and pass that on to people. And that is what I wake up for every day now. That goal, being able to make that a success, gives me a better feeling than actually building a store. Yeah, I enjoyed the store building, and it was great building that. But for me, my personal goal now is to help others realize their potential. Because it's not just about business, is it? It's not just about dropshipping. But realize their potential. Realize that failure is not a bad thing. And realize that success can be difficult, but it's achievable for everybody. Especially now. Think about this country that we live in, the UK. All right, we've got Brexit looming. We've got all these fears that are being thrown at us, right? So what? Ignore the noise. We live in a country of immense opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's a lot of people that would love to live in this country and have the same opportunities as us. So living in this country, we've got all these opportunities in front of us. Why are you not taking them? Why are you not taking advantage of all these opportunities that you've got and making it work? And I want to show people that it can be done.
Yeah.
Rather than, I don't know, thinking about going on the rock and roll, as they used to call it. The dole. Benefits,
Yeah.
sorry. When I was a technical lead in my old job for Dell,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we used to say, you know, you can generally teach a chimp IT skills, but the job of supporting, because that's what it was, IT support, right? Implementation is human. It's not about the people that weren't great at the job were the geeky ones that just wanted to geek out on the computers,
Yeah.
right? And people get sidetracked by that.
Yeah.
Oh great, I can run ads and I can do this and I can do that, and isn't this great, all these little tools.
Yeah.
That's the easy part, learning the tools. The difficult part is getting over yourself and believing in yourself and pushing yourself and getting up every morning and getting past failures and stuff like that.
Sure.
And that's the bit that excites me more than anything. I'm getting excited about it now. You should probably tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
So, Si, could you go into detail about your course DSF and just tell us what it covers?
It takes anyone. When I say anyone, I mean anyone with no experience. So the course itself is designed for anyone that wishes to build a drop shipping business in the UK, because it's UK specific, right? Without any prior knowledge of marketing or traffic. And I've designed it in a way that takes you through a path from start to finish, from not having a niche, so not knowing what products or what area of products you want to sell something in, to building a store, to contacting suppliers, getting suppliers on board, real UK suppliers, not talking about anything to do with China here, and being able to run advertising and start and make sales. So that's kind of the journey path, right? It's split up into 8 modules, plus some bonus modules of other content as well that I've got. But the structure of it is to take you through that path, kind of lead you by the hand, but give you enough skills, give you enough information so that you can get the experience, and by the end of it you can start and free think. You can start and be more autonomous and not have to rely on me to give you the information. There's no shortcuts, there's no upsells at the end. I'm giving you everything that you need, right? Without saying, okay, you get to this point, but if you want some more, you're going to have to pay me a bit extra. Okay, well, yeah, we'll do some advanced stuff, but the essence of the course is no experience in marketing, working online, selling, all those kind of things, and I'll take you through the whole shebang.
And we've got 2 more modules left coming out, right?
Yes.
What could you go through the modules briefly?
Yeah, module 1 is the finding your niche.
Yep.
So, you know, a niche being a subset of a general market. You know, we're not looking to be the next Amazon, right? We're not looking to sell everything across every product category.
Yeah.
We're looking to find a specific category where we can specialize, become an authority.
Chandeliers, for example.
Chandeliers, for example, that's in the course. Yes, Ben. You know, sell that one type of product, be the one-stop shop, be the place where, okay, if I want a chandelier, I'm going to buy it from a chandelier specialist. So I'm going to go to chandeliersboutique.co.uk and buy my chandelier, because they sell chandeliers, so they must be the authority of where I get my chandelier. So module 1 does that. Module 2 is kind of building a website, getting you started with building a base website, a dummy website, to lead into module 3. Module 3 is finding suppliers, finding UK local suppliers with quality products. None of the cheapo products, none of the China kind of stuff, Alibaba. No, we don't do that. No selling on other marketplaces, eBay, Amazon. We're building our own store. So module 2 is building that store to take to suppliers and say, look, I want to sell your products. This is my website. This is how your products might look, right? Give them a bit of an impression of your website and you as a retailer, because that's what you're going to be. You're going to be a retailer, and present yourself professionally in a way that makes them think, yeah, okay, I can work with you, and create a relationship. Then we go on to module 4, which is, making the site a lot better, optimizing a few things, making the site look more like a real retail website. 5, optimization, so how to plug in other things like email for remarketing, how to build trust, how to get people to buy from you. And then modules 6, 7 are more about traffic, so how to run advertising, real targeted advertising, not Facebook ads, Google ads, Bing ads, that kind of stuff. And then the final module 8 is how to get more traffic, how to use other sources apart from paid traffic, other sources of paid traffic that we can use. As I say, from start to finish, all those things.
Yeah, what I've found with the course is, especially is it module 6, 7, we haven't got 7 yet, have we? At 6, it starts to bring so much information. There's like so much stuff. So all the other stuff, I guess, was covered in the previous course I was doing. So there's bits and bobs that I kind of knew, and there's like elements I kind of understood, but the bit when it gets into marketing, that's where it gets really heavy, and it's taken me I have to keep on going through videos because there's so much information in there. I can't retain it all. I've got to keep on going back, and I'll be like, okay, what was that bit again? And I'll go back, and I'm just trying to get it all into my store.
Of course. Yeah, there's a learning element, right? Learning new skills, but then you've got to put them into practice, haven't you? Otherwise, they might not solidify and those things. So yeah, it takes some time, and I do take you into some advanced stuff. I should probably vouch for yourself. Some of it can be heavy, but hopefully I've done my job right and I've broken it down enough, and structured it in enough way that it's more palatable.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Good.
Okay, what's the most common reason you see people fail?
Wow, good question. The most common reason probably leads back to what I said, right? Failure, right? Failure is one, the fear of failure. Okay, life gets in the way. I understand that. People sign up to courses. I'm included in this, right? I'll start a course, I'll be all excited, and then I'll dwindle off it. So fear of failure and the motivation, the belief in themselves that they can get through failures is probably the biggest thing. We all do it. We all make excuses in our heads, right? So mastering what's in here. If you set a goal, if you're determined to do something, you will do it no matter what. But if you don't set that goal, and if you don't know beforehand that on that path there's going to be roadblocks, there's going to be things that you are shit at, I'm going to say it. Are we okay to say that on YouTube? Shit?
Yeah, right.
Just beep it then.
Beep it, yeah.
There's things that you're going to suck at, you're going to be shit at things. But knowing that ahead of time, and preparing yourself and being ready for obstacles is the best way forward. So the most common thing is just applying yourself. Whether that's fear of failure, whether it's lack of skills, lack of experience, or whatever.
For somebody who wants to start dropshipping in the UK, what 3 tips would you give them to get started?
3 tips. I guess it leads back to what I've just said. Know ahead of time that there's going to be failures. I don't suppose you've got any paper, have you? It's just easy to illustrate. What I want to illustrate, I'll show this to the camera in a second, is a little bit of a graph, right? So if we call this success and we call this time, right? So we've got a graph. Time, success. If you're starting here, right, 0, and your aim is to get here, to get to success,
Right.
From my experience, the path to success goes a little bit like this. Hopefully you can see that, right? So for a long time, you are going to see little success. That's just the way it works, right? And along this path, I can't remember where I've seen this from. I've seen this from somewhere else. I can't claim this, but when I saw it, I was like, That makes complete and utter sense. Along this path, there's going to be obstacles, and lots of them. Yeah, you are going to get obstacles all along the way. And what a lot of people will do is they'll start out and they'll be all excited, and they'll come across the first roadblock and then give up, right? They will sad face, give up, right?
Yeah.
But if you know ahead of time that your route to success is going to start out long, laborious, you're going to have to do some really shitty work. You're going to have to do all the crappy tasks that no one else wants to do.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, like uploading products.
Oh, yes.
Right? Yeah. Up here, you can get a VA. But right now, you're doing it all yourself. And a lot of people think, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Why should I be doing this? That's difficult. Oh, I've got to do that forever. No, you ain't going to do it forever. You're only doing it at the start, right? So a lot of people give up here, not knowing that if they keep going, they will get some success.
Yeah.
And that success, generally, when you get to some point down here, just kind of goes, whoom.
Yeah.
And it all comes at once. Things start to, all the roadblocks that you had here, all the things that you found difficult, all the things that you were like, I can't do this, make all these seem like nothing. Oh, I've done that before. That's happened to me before. I can. I'm not saying you don't get any more problems. You're going to get other problems up here, different problems. They're not going to go away. Yeah. Issues and problems don't go away. But this is where people give up. So the biggest takeaway is know ahead of time. There's going to be issues, problems. You're going to be shit at things. You're going to suck at things. But keep working at it, and you'll get past it. You'll get through it. And you can do it. Simple as that.
Okay, so that was one tip.
Other tips is you've got to be resourceful. You've got to be resourceful. A lot of people just jump into Facebook groups or jump in and ask the most mundane basics of questions that, you could just go to Google and type it in and find out. How do I set up shipping so it only delivers to UK? You go and learn how to do it. It's a basic task. If you're not on a course, obviously I'm teaching these things in my course, but you've got to be resourceful in business and in life in general. And people don't believe in the fact that they've got a free think. They think that everything should be delivered on a plate, and next week they're going to be a millionaire.
Yeah,
and it ain't going to work.
Yeah.
And 3 is make contacts. Get around people. That's the whole point of me doing this meetup today, is for me to meet people that are interested in what I've been through. And I've said to you before, I ain't no guru. I'm not a guru. You get a t-shirt, right? I'm not a guru. I can't remember seeing that either. I think that's a Russell Brunson thing. I'm just in front of you. I'm just ahead of you. I've just got experience in this one thing more than you. But there might be other things that you've got more experience in than me, right? So meeting people, making connections, making a network will also help you, because other people can be your sounding board. You can say, I'm struggling with this, and they'll say, yeah, I've struggled with that. Oh, I'm not on my own then.
Yeah.
You had to go through all this. It's not just me. Yeah? And I'm sure you can relate to that, right?
Big time.
Yeah, being in the mastermind calls and having coaching calls and stuff.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy how just knowing somebody else has gone through it can just help you. All will change is somebody's gone through it, and then you have that motivation. Whereas before, sometimes you might be like, oh, maybe I should give up. Maybe this doesn't work in the UK. And then somebody's like, oh yeah, I had that, and I've done this and this, and it's like, oh, okay.
That before me, Ben, that told me when I joined up for Dropship Lifestyle, the American course, this doesn't work in the UK.
Yeah.
Why? I've tried it, it doesn't work. Okay, but you tried it once. Yeah. What if you try twice then? What if you don't do the products that you did? What if you change your advertising? What if you change the criteria for the products that you sell? Is it possible then? It speaks for itself.
So,
yeah.